grab that snitch ball. It's worth 30 points, and the game will end. That's Quidditch. Everything else is made up, and the points don't matter, and we're underway here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Michigan State, off the opening run-up, takes possession, and a firm dribble on the ground. Dude, you should be a point guard. Why are you playing Quidditch? You have a side job that you can do. You have a day job. This must be your night job. Why are you playing in the middle of the day? Angle, number 22, Michigan State, with an interesting pump fake. Number 20 rolls on the ground for Michigan State. It's all angle. All angles. He's acute. He's obtuse. He scores! It's a perfect right angle for Angle. It's 10-0 Michigan State. Back comes Maryland very quickly. Turtle Mohawk throws to Mallory. Mallory with a beautiful catch and score as she's falling backwards. It's 10-10. Maryland and Michigan State. Michigan State back on the offensive. It's a quick hitting game. Quidditch is a full contact sport. You will see tackling. You will see roughhousing. You will see rabbling. There are penalties, though. You can't do anything. For example, murder is not permitted on the Quidditch pitch, as it's not in most states. Michigan with a tricky pass picked up by Maryland behind the hoop, and it looks like the refs are calling a penalty. It looked like someone was wrapped up around the neck. Yeah, this is a neck tackle and a yellow card presented to number 27 of Michigan State. When you get a yellow card in Quidditch, that means you have to go to the penalty box and go to your room and think about what you did before you can come back to the dinner table. You get 1 minute. If the other team scores within that minute, you get to go in early, but it's 1 minute or the other team scoring, whichever comes first, then you get to go back in. Also, like soccer, 2 yellow cards equals a red card, and if you get a red card, you're booted and have to do detention. Ten to 10 our score. Weasley takes it up the middle of the pitch. Angle Weasley. Weasley's not known for their geometry. Runs towards the middle, no beaters around him, spins again. He knows his angles. He knows how to use them with a quaff block. Blocks the bludger with the quaffle and then is beat in the back. Picked up by Maryland on the fast break. Coming the other way with no numbers. Takes a wild shot that miraculously goes through the hoop. Maryland scores. Knotting our game up at 10 apiece. It's 10-10. Maryland and Michigan State. Angle. Swatted away by a terrapin. Terrapins, for those who don't know, are turtles. In fact, before each game, the basketball teams and football teams of the University of Maryland play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle song. And on that note, Michelangelo picks it up, passes to Donatello. No! Picked off by the Michigan State chaser. Weasley in possession. Weasley. Down the middle of the pitch. Takes a magical pass to number 69. Michigan State gets beat. Great defensive beating by University of Maryland. One thing you'll see teams do in Quidditch that's a good strategy is stick one beater by the hoops to guard against drives. For example, someone drives in basketball, they dribble into the lane. In Quidditch, someone will run to the middle of the pitch. You have a beater there, you have a beater guarding the pass. Or another strategy is to keep both beaters by their hoops so that if they get hit, they won't have to run so far to grab the bludgers. Weasley on the fast break has numbers. Maryland with only one beater back. Pass across the field, a little short. Just like the Weasley family genes, most Weasleys are short. This guy's the black sheep. He's an anomaly. He's like 6'2". I thought they only came 5'7" or below. Ooh. Number 8. Sleesman rifles it through. Number 6. So great that my voice cracked. It's 20-10 Maryland. Sleesman. Yes, that is his last name. Yes, he's a fine, upstanding human being, which is why they call him Sleesman. Michigan State looking to equalize. It's 30-10. 30-10 Maryland. Michigan State. Woo! Jumps over one bludger. Blocks another. No! He didn't manage to block it. It looked like it still hit him on the shoulder. He got beat. Possession taken by Maryland. Looking to push an advantage. Fast breaks are crucial in Quidditch. You want to play the numbers. Pass goes far back. Oh! Oh, I cannot believe what I just saw. It looks like he scored from his own quarter of the pitch. From his own keeper line. Play was stopped. Before I get all ahead of myself here. I'm already 2 heads ahead. I don't want to get 3 heads ahead. I do have a 4 head. Yes, it was a goal. If there's any way of getting a replay on that, that would be fantastic. If not, you'll see it on YouTube later. Wait, maybe I spoke too soon. So, although the ball went through the hoop, the ref had not signaled for play to start yet. And the refs have to indicate that the ball is in play before your team can score. So, for example, let's say Michigan State just scored or changed. No. If Michigan State had scored, then Maryland would have to wait for the refs to clear them to go the other direction by blowing the whistle. The refs did not at the time the shot was taken. So instead, Maryland will score right now. So it's a moot point, rendering me mute for all of 2 seconds. It's 40-10 Maryland. They're now up 30 points. This means that if Michigan State catches the snitch, they would have to force overtime. The snitch is worth 30 points, not 150 like you see in the books and movies. That's because J.K. Rowling didn't understand sports, because then the game would all be about the snitch. It was really a way of making Harry Potter important. Michigan State scores, flies above the competition, throws it through the middle hoop. It's 40-20 in favor of Maryland. It's anyone's ball game. Well, not anyone. It's really Michigan State's ball game or Maryland's ball game. It's not my ball game. It's not your ball game. I'm sorry. We've claimed the rights to this ball game with the express written consent of the IQA. That's what the small print on the bottom says. Maryland shoots behind the hoop. Great defensive beat by number 13 for Michigan State. Michigan State coming up the other way. Michigan State keeper has a perfectly perpendicular tuft of hair coming out the top of his head. It might be the headband, but it's almost like, it looks like Mount Rushmore. It's perfectly carved. Rushmore. Rushes towards the middle. More. Dives. Twerks. Shoots. Scores! Michigan State pulling to within 10. It's 40-30 Maryland. Will we see another comeback? We just had an incredible game between Emerson and Miami, where Emerson came back from being down 40 points to grab the snitch and win it by 10 points. They had scored in between. Regardless, we have a game right now. Maryland, Michigan State. Barrows. Barrows drops the B and fires an arrow that sails just wide. Mount Rushmore, looking very patriotic and resolute. Waits for his beaters to make a move. In Quidditch, especially if the other team has 2 bludgers, you'll want to send at least 1 beater up on offense to take their bludger. However, here Michigan State has 2 bludgers. So they're very aggressive. They're sending both beaters up on offense to try to take out the Maryland beater, giving their team an opportunity to score. Ball goes on the ground. There's a scrum. A lot of hugging. It's a love puddle. Maryland comes up with it. Barrows comes up the other way. The Barrows, I think Barrows in the books. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, don't correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm talking at you, not with you. The Barrows, I think, was the place that the Weasleys lived. No, the Burrow. So, interesting fact about Quidditch. You don't actually have to be a Harry Potter fan to enjoy Quidditch. The person who founded the UCLA team, the team that I played on for 4 years, had never read the Harry Potter books, but loved Quidditch so much, he decided to found the team. So though there are Harry Potter references, and it is a portion of the culture here, it is not the entire culture, and you will meet people who play just for the Quidditch. Meanwhile, back on the pitch, Ebling, with a knee that looks like a Sigma, gets blocked, and Rushmore, a man who can move mountains, says, "Stop that, I want to score now. It's my turn." 40-30 in favor of Maryland still. It looks like our secret floor is up. Or maybe we haven't been counting. How much time is left on our secret floor? We have 1 minute left on our secret floor. 1:30. Meaning the Seekers can seek the snitch in 1:30. Meanwhile, Barrows! No, just wide off the rim of the hoop. takes a fantastic cartwheel tumble, which would get him 10 points in the Olympics. But it's not the Olympics, it's Quidditch, and you only get 10 points for scoring with the quaffle. Quidditch. It's like the Olympics, but flying. Weasley back in the game. Weasley directing traffic. Weasley. Weasley chased by a beater, passes to the left. Over to Batman. Gambles too hard with the high pass. Passes back, Chaser gets beat. Great defensive beating by Maryland. It's very, very important as a beater to be alert on defense to who has the quaffle at all times. Because the bludger and the beater is the only way of making sure that someone will lose possession of the quaffle if they have it. You have to drop the ball you're holding if you get beat. But if you get tackled, you can still keep possession. Great block by Michigan State. Great steal by Michigan State. Chaser number 90-something. 90 amazing is what it was. Weasley picks it up, spots an opportunity, and immediately loses sight of it because he slows down. Passes to Dzadzz. D-Z-A-D-I-O-D-Z. That's his last name. I think it must be Polish or Russian. Meanwhile, Michigan State's rushing down the field. Dzadzz misses a pass. Barrows picks it up. Maryland, the Terrapins, yes, they do rhyme. That's why I would root for them if I weren't impartial, but I think I have to be impartial, except when the rhymes are that good. Maryland's got some fat rhymes. Okay, Angle, Weasley. Weasley, hoping no one notices him. Hopes they're all looking the other direction, except for the fact that he's the center of attention. Weasley with a shot off the chest of his chaser. Maryland picks it up with no one in front of him. Do a dunk, man. Make it look cool. There's only one guy there with the shot and the score. Childish Gambino with the score. You see me, you beat him. It's 50-30. Maryland in the lead. He's on his quaffle each and every day. Quidditch people everywhere. The IQA. Childish Gambino. Chaser for Maryland. You saw it here first. Weasley, meanwhile, not having any of my rap references. Only interested in scoring. Passes to 38. Promptly dropped and beat. Great defense by Maryland. Picked up by Turtle Mohawk. Turtle Mohawk. Behind the hoops. Up, around, and not through. He had every dimension but in. But that's the one that matters. Weasley taking charge. Weasley with a beater for protection. Takes a rifles a laser just wide. Says Hogwarts scarf ref. Here comes Skinny Sideburns. Skinny Sideburns. I can't say that 3 times fast. Over to Medney. Medney with a medley of shots. Actually just one. But it was actually a pass. Just kidding, to a teammate. Ducks, shoots, and a fantastic swat by Weasley. Angle, covering all the angles today. Our seeker floor has been lifted as of 2 minutes ago. This means the seekers can seek the snitch. And because our game is within 20 points, the team that catches the snitch will win. It's 50-30 Maryland. Anyone can win. Anything is possible at Zombocom. If you get that reference, you've been on the internet for way too long. Turtle Mohawk. Over to Sleesman. Sleesman slinks, slides, passes across the field to a chaser who gets immediately beat. No, he blocked it with the quaffle, it appears. Back behind the hoop. The ball's on the ground. There's hair all over the place. Oh, wait, look, it's mine. And Mount Rushmore picks it up. Mount Rushmore just subbing in for Weasley. Not quite the great head of hair that Weasley has, but it's his own style. Rushmore takes a shot. Too soon, too high. Turtle Mohawk trying to make something happen. Some great beating action between Maryland and Michigan State. One beater taken out at the point. There's room for Turtle Mohawk to make a pass, swatted away by Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore rushes more down the pitch. He's at the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, the ground. Scores! He goes coast to coast in a Diego Maradona-like fashion. It's 50-40. Maryland still in the lead by 10. It's anyone's ball game. It's anyone's ball game. I got free ball games here. Who wants a ball game? $10 a piece. Who wants one? You want a ball game? I got a ball game right here. I got an I'm okay dude, I'm here, which is not $10, so it's not his ball game. Marks for the Terrapins. Terrapins dropping the pin, adding a ball. It was a terrible possession. Gives it back to Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore walking with his rock-sturdy legs down the pitch. You can see on the second day of Quidditch tournaments, particularly World Cup, teams get tired. They play so hard the first day. Oh, and just off the top of the rim. They play so hard the first day that come the second day, they're sore and they're tired, so they come out with a bang, and then games tend to slow down. Come the finals, it is so hard, believe me. These players put everything into this sport. Marks the spot. It's a goal for Maryland. Maryland goes back up 20. It's 60-40. The Snitch is still nowhere to be seen. Or maybe not. Maybe the Snitch is seen. Perhaps our Snitch has been on the field all along, hiding behind the opposing announcer's table. That's who I'm playing today. The opposing announcer, did they score? They did! From half court. Mount Rushmore fires a laser through the hoops. It's 60-50. Michigan State cuts Maryland's lead to 10. Marks, keeper for Maryland, chucks a great pass to nowhere. Passes to a pedestrian. Our Seekers are back on the pitch. But did they know that the Snitch is back? We don't know. Oh, Maryland's seen something. Maybe it's the famous Ronsky feint. He's going to deke. Kornfeld. Oh, and we have a Snitch. Our Snitch is back. All right, now it gets interesting. It's 60-50. It's a 10-point differential. Whichever team catches the Snitch will win. You can see the beaters for each team guarding the Seekers against the Seekers of the other team. Maryland beater goes for the Michigan State Seeker and beats him, giving Maryland an opportunity to grab the Snitch. Gambino grabbed the Snitch. Gambino tumbled and wrapped around the Snitch and dove. Might it be? Could it be? Gambino going on tour. He'll be in Los Angeles May 5th and 6th. Childish Gambino catches the Snitch for his team. Maryland moves on.